Ready to dig into some serious cleaning power? We're doing a deep dive on Shaq Scour Off cleaning paste, so let's get right to it.
Shackley has a real reputation for natural cleaning solutions and their Get Clean line, including this Scour Off. Well, they really push that idea.
Yeah. But is natural really, enough for those really tough messes? We'll get into all of that, the ingredients, how it compares to like the big names, Ajax, Comet, heavy hitters.
That's the question, isn't it? Can natural really be as effective?
So what exactly is Scour Off? What's it all about?
It's a paste, a heavy-duty paste. And it's really for tackling those stuck-on, baked-on messes, the ones in the kitchen, the bathroom, the stuff you think you need the strongest cleaner for.
So not just for your typical quick wipe down, huh?
No, definitely not. And you can use it indoors and outdoors on tons of surfaces too. Tubs, ovens, sinks, tiles, even copper grout, cement, ceramic, even imitation marble.
Wow, that's quite a list.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing there are some things you wouldn't want to use it on, right?
Oh, absolutely. You want to be careful with anything delicate. Glass, mirrors, stainless steel, marble, you know, silver, brass, aluminum, any of those shiny or soft finishes. Basically, if it could scratch easily, scour off is a no-go.
Yeah, sounds pretty powerful. And speaking of powerful, Shaq says it's as effective as the leading conventional cleaners. They even had a study done comparing it to Ajax with bleach and Comet with bleach. I'm really curious about those results.
Me too. It was done by Sterling Laboratories, and while they found that Scour Off did just as well as those big brands at removing kitchen grease and grime.
Interesting, especially since it was an independent lab. But what gives Scour Off that cleaning power? Is it just because it's a paste?
The paste definitely helps. It's more concentrated than the spray, right? And unlike powders, there's no dust flying around. But the real key is the ingredients.
Let's talk about those ingredients. I have the glossary here, and some of these are, well, pretty interesting.
So one of the main ones is crystalline silica. It's the abrasive, basically superfine sandpaper, gently scrubbing away dirt. And the good news is it's a natural mineral.
And then there's ethoxylated C12-16 alcohols. Those sound a little complicated. I have to admit, I'm not a chemist.
Yeah, no worries. Those are non-ionic surfactants. They're cleaning agents that help break down the grease and grime. Think of them like tiny magnets grabbing onto the grease and pulling it away. They come from fats and oils, and they're pretty gentle on your skin.
Okay, that makes sense. What about silicon dioxide? Another abrasive, right?
Yes, and it's natural and biodegradable. Shackley really emphasizes environmental responsibility.
I'm seeing a trend here. Natural ingredients, gentle formulations. But what about those little red and black flecks in the paste? What are those?
Ah, good eye. Those are just iron oxides, red and black varieties. They're natural colorants, basically natural rust, just a little something to make it look interesting.
Never thought I'd find the color of a cleaning paste so interesting. But it does fit with Shackley's focus on natural. What about the fragrance? Any harsh chemicals lurking there?
Actually, no, it's a blend of plant oils and other natural ingredients. Non-toxic, gentle on the skin, and it doesn't have any of those potentially harmful things, phthalates or bisphenols.
So it all seems very natural.
Mhm.
But what exactly does Shackley mean by get clean? Is it more than just a name for their products?
Definitely. Get clean is like a whole philosophy for them. It's about cleaning solutions that are safe for people, for your homes, for the planet. Their message is all about safe, powerful, green, and smart.
Okay, let's unpack those. What makes Scour Off safe?
Well, it's all about non-toxicity. No harmful fumes, no dangerous chemicals. It's safer for you, your family, everyone.
And powerful. We've talked about its effectiveness, but is there more to it?
Well, Shackley says their whole Get Clean line is actually better than 16 leading brands when it comes to cleaning power. So it's not just about being gentle, it really gets the job done.
Safe and powerful? That's pretty clear. What about green? What makes Scour Off environmentally friendly?
Green is all about sustainability. Scour Off uses biodegradable, earth-friendly cleaning agents. Plus, the formula is super concentrated, so less waste. And the packaging is recyclable.
Makes sense. And last but not least, smart. What's the smart thinking behind it?
Smart is about saving money and being responsible. Think about it. If you have a concentrated cleaner, you need less of it. Shockley claims you'd need to spend like over $3,400 on ready-to-use cleaners to get the same cleaning power as their Get Clean starter kit.
Wow, that's a pretty big claim. But how much of that is just marketing? And how much is real savings for the average person?
That's a good question. It would be interesting to actually break down that claim, and see how it holds up in real life.
Right, like does that $3,400 figure really add up? Do you have any like average usage data or price comparisons we could use to, crunch some numbers?
I think I have some figures. Let's see. So, uh, the average household uses like a bottle of all-purpose cleaner every month, right? And let's say that bottle costs, I don't know, $5 on average.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, at least for me.
Okay, so Shackley's Get Clean Starter Kit, that costs around $150, but it has enough concentrated cleaner to make like 30 bottles of ready-to-use stuff.
So you're saying $150 for 30 bottles versus like $150 over 30 months if you buy those individual bottles.
Exactly. That's a pretty big difference, especially if you're, trying to budget. And we haven't even talked about the waste you save by using a concentrated product. Like, think about all those empty plastic bottles you're not throwing away.
That's a really good point. It shows how those little choices can really make a difference over time, both for your wallet and, the environment.
Totally. And remember, we were talking about smart, right? That's part of Shackley's whole get clean idea. And you know what else is smart? They have a 100% money back guarantee, even if you use the whole product. That shows they really believe in it.
It definitely makes me want to try it. I mean, knowing there's no risk if I don't like it, that's great.
For sure. They're putting their money where their mouth is, showing they stand behind it.
So we've talked about a lot, the ingredients, the science, Shikli's whole thing about safe and sustainable products. What do you think is the most, I don't know, compelling thing about Scour Off?
Honestly, it's how they balance, being effective with being environmentally responsible. It's pretty amazing that Scour can compete with those big conventional cleaners, but it's still, safe and sustainable. That's impressive.
Yeah, I agree. It's like they've figured out how to make a cleaner that doesn't make you choose between a clean house and, a healthy planet.
Exactly. It challenges that whole idea that you have to sacrifice one for the other.
So, switching gears a bit, let's go back to that independent lab study that compared Scour Off to Ajax and Comet. I mean, the results were impressive, but I'm wondering about, like, the methodology. Did they also compare it to other natural cleaners?
That's a good question. And honestly, there's not a lot of information out there about how they did the study. It would be helpful to know, if they included other natural cleaners just to see how Scour Off stacks up in that category.
Totally agree. And while they looked at kitchen grease and grime, I'd also be curious about, like, other types of stains. Did they test it on bathroom mildew, hard water stains, stuff like that?
Yeah, that would be really useful information. It would give us a more complete picture of what Scour Off can do.
Okay, so we've really dug into Scour Off specifically, but let's zoom out a bit. What does all this mean for our listener? Why should they care about this cleaning paste?
That's the big question, right? We've learned a lot. We've looked at a product that says it can clean tough messes, but is still gentle, on us and the environment. But in the end, it comes down to what you value, what you need.
Exactly. We're not trying to say Scour Off is the absolute best. It's about giving you the information so you can decide for yourself.
Right. Do you want a natural cleaner that can still handle the tough stuff? Are you willing to maybe change some of your cleaning habits to try something new, like Scour Off? Only you can answer those questions.
And that's really the point of all this, right? It's about giving you the power to make choices that are right for you.
Yeah.
And we've really just scratched the surface here. If you want to learn more about Scour Off, or maybe check out Shackley's other Get Clean products, we've got links in the show notes.
And remember, figuring out how to have a cleaner, healthier, more sustainable lifestyle, it's a journey. Keep learning, keep asking questions, and keep finding what works for you and your family.
Well said.
Yeah.
And maybe give your elbow a break while you're at it.
Yeah. Sometimes the best solution is the one that makes things easier and a little greener.
So that was a pretty deep dive into Shackley's Scour Off.
Yeah, we really got into it, her. Ingredients, how well it works, the whole philosophy behind it.
And hopefully our listeners now have all the info they need to decide for themselves.
Exactly, because, when it comes to cleaning products, there's no one right answer, right?
It's all about what works for you, your home, what's important to you.
Some people really want natural ingredients, others care more about cost, or maybe it's the environmental impact. There's something out there for everyone.
And hey, maybe Scour Off is the perfect fit for some people.
Or maybe this deep dive will get people thinking about, trying some other options.
Either way, we hope you learned a thing or two. And maybe you even have a new appreciation for, the science behind keeping things clean.
It's amazing, right? All the thought that goes into it.
And every choice we make, even something as simple as what cleaner we buy, it can make a difference.
Exactly. So keep learning, keep asking those questions, and let's keep working towards a cleaner, healthier, more sustainable world.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Shaklee Scour Off. We'll be back soon with another deep dive into, well, something else.